Hey, good morning everybody. This is Uncle Mike with Teach Talk Trade and the Dow Directions, a technical analysis of the Dow. We're going to take a quick overview of the daily and I'm going to stop and we're going to put on a longer term chart. Well, as you can see, it held the Ganfan support line just barely closing. There's a lot of price rejection below. We still have the T8 at 8,300 we have to get through, and that's the 61.8 retracement level. And what would be even better is above this support line and the 50 period moving average, which is about 86.82. We need to hold that to really see that a short-term bottom has been put in, and we may be on upward price revision at that point. So that is the daily look. And let me pull up a chart. Don't want this too long. Let's pull up a longer term chart of the Dow. Okay, here is a weekly chart of the Dow. And as you can see, I put in this trend line, and we really need to hold it. We've come down weekly. We've breached it. We held it last week, and we're going to need to see what happens in the coming weeks, if in fact we can hold it. If we can hold this, which again is the 8,000 level, it would be a good sign for us. Let's go back. Just want to bring into view where else, but you can see it's at that low. The next real test is going to be at this trend line, and then of course it will be the low of 2002, and right here our low, which will won't coincide, but those are the three lines that we're looking at as far as support below us on a weekly basis. Remember folks, this is a would be a weekly close. Let me take a look at the long-term analysis, trend line analysis on this weekly. The most recently confirmed trend line for the Dow, and this is a trend line longer term analysis, has an ending point of 74.50. So prices should have some difficulty falling below this level, and that should bode well for some resistance. Let me look at a shorter term trend line analysis, and the most recently confirmed trend line on a shorter term basis has an ending point at 88.42. So with that in mind, expect that to be resistance above our head. So we had support below, and that's resistance above. If in fact we have heavy volume at these breaks, then above obviously would be a bullish sign, below would be a bearish sign. Now let's take a look at our Chande chart checkup. Overall price is obviously downwards. You can see this huge waterfall effect. For the short term, prices are stalling on a weekly basis, and they're trending sideways. Prices are vulnerable to a correction upwards at about 10,900, and that's just based on the chart basis in this direction because of the steep drop-off, but that more than likely will take longer term to hit that, because again this is a weekly chart. On the weekly charts, our upper bound is 93.19 and the lower bound is 66.71. So we have some airspace below us for that lower bound on a weekly basis. So watch out below. If in fact this chart does break down, we could see more downward pressure. Well, that's it for the daily and weekly. We'll take a look at the monthly probably midweek for the Dow, and just give you some good longer term perspective of what's happening, what we can expect, and hopefully for some support down here so we all can have a little more money in retirement accounts on the way up if in fact we're still in. Thanks for joining Uncle Mike. Check out the site www.teachtalktrade.com for our mechanical swing trading system and or our day trading system for the E-minis. We have a day trading room. Thanks again, and I will see you Tuesday morning.